Just arrived at Paris Orly Airport, ready to fly to Brazil tonight. What a great lounge. They have a great deck here. You can do some plane spotting before my flight. And Orly Airport is actually older than CDG Airport. It shows the historical tower right behind there. And lots of exotic destinations on the departure board. Places like in Tunisia, Algeria, Casablanca, Reunion, Mauritius, and Sao Paulo, full of places I want to go to. So lots of interesting airplane, and it's getting late. The only airplane I haven't seen is the one I'm flying tonight. It's the Azul Airbus 350. I'm gonna go to the gate, hopefully catch it before the sunset. The A350s there, but it's a shame the way they park. I can't see the fuselage. I can only see the nose. Boarding time. Here I come, Brazil. Next stop, Sao Paulo, Campinas.
Hey, hello. Hola.
Welcome aboard.
Hi.
S'il vous plaît.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Got on board the Azul A350. I heard actually they're going to return this A350. I'm not quite sure that's true in the near future. Instead using the 330 Neos. First time on board this airline, not quite sure what to expect. Usually, you know, I always fly on the Middle Eastern airline, Turkish, Cathay Pacific, ANA, Qantas, and all the famous names. So sometimes go out of my way, try something new. Getting actually quite excited.
Can you come upstairs? We have a problem in aft faucet in the lavatory. I am Captain Pekonik, and my colleague tonight is First Officer Renato Menezes. And our master captain tonight is Captain Flack, and the second officer, Bosco.
Yes.
At this moment, we are doing the cockpit preparation, and I am, as the pilot flying, introducing the route from the flight plan to the FMS, and my colleague here is Renato is putting the route on the AFB, the electronic flight bag. So our first cruise flight level tonight will be flight level 370, and we expect some cruise climbs to 390 and then to flight level 400, which will be our final flight level tonight, and we'll take 10 hours and 37 minutes to Campinas tonight. The weather en route is quite fair. You're gonna taxi in front of the Orly terminal and then make a left to the runway threshold 07 here. Then we'll take off eastbound. Our zero fuel weight tonight is 171 tons, 0.5, giving us total gross weight of 245.6, and total fuel on board is 74.1 tons. Right?
Right.
Agree? So agree with load sheet.
Okay, and today we have 250 passengers.
250 passengers, okay, right.
The relief captain, Captain Fly, is actually a legend because he's flown Varig MD-11 10 years. So we're going to talk about this after takeoff because this is old timer. When I first came to Brazil in 2001, Varig MD-11 was my absolute choice, and now old memories coming back.
Wonderful, thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. King, welcome aboard. We would like some champagne, orange juice or water.
Can I have a champagne, please?
We would like some nuts too.
Okay.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you.
He is one of the nicest guys, okay, in Azul, okay?
This guy.
Yeah, this guy. This is the guy.
Thank you.
Thanks for looking after us.
It's interesting, they serve nuts before takeoff with the drink together. Now, we are the last to depart tonight out of Orly.
Are we able to start number one?
Okay, we have clear for number one.
Okay, clear for number one. Starting one. Good start, number two.
Okay, good start number two.
Two. Ground cockpit.
Yes, sir.
We had two good starts. You can remove all your equipment by right side. Bonsoir, au revoir, à bientôt, my friend.
Thank you so much. Bye bye, Captain. Bonne soirée et bon voyage. Good flight.
Merci.
Tower Bonsoir, Voyager 01 Heavy, ready for takeoff, calling 107.
Azul 8701, bonjour, line up from 070 clear for takeoff, wind 060 degrees at 9 knots.
Entered the Atlantic crossing 140 miles west of Portugal. I was really tired actually. During takeoff they dimmed the lights and I fell asleep for an hour, and then they served a dinner, so the salad and main course were on one single tray. It's a little simple, but it was actually quite good, quite tasty. And then there was the ice cream as a dessert. I always thought Azul was a low-cost airline, but it seems it's actually more like a value airline. There was one thing I was really disappointed. I had this GoPro mounted in the cockpit for takeoff, but the battery ran out just before the plane entered the runway. So sadly, we didn't have any cool takeoff footage tonight.
What are the meal choice in economy today?
It's beef with
The beef?
and our pasta with tomato sauce and cheese.
So all the meals are free, actually. You don't have to pay for it.
No, it's free with dessert and sandwich.
Good morning. We are already flying over Brazil mainland. We entered the coastal town Fortaleza about 2 hours ago. Now over Brasilia. Now they're serving a breakfast almost in dark. The whole flight, complete darkness. Take off at 10 p.m. and arriving at 4 a.m. Makes it really difficult to catch the exterior of this Azul A350. One of the rarest exotic A350 in the world as well. The flight went very well. The crew were pleasant. The meals are pretty good, and except they have no Wi-Fi on board. For 11 hours, no Wi-Fi is getting a little bit hard now. So I was browsing this the flight map, and Brazil is huge. And then I was looking at there's lots of coastal cities in the north, like Recife, Fortaleza, and also Salvador. All of these has actually over millions of population. I don't know how they travel because most of the flights are out of Sao Paulo or Rio, and then they have to go all the way south and then travel all the way up north to Europe, and that's so inconvenient. I know TAP Air Portugal has their A321LR doing some of these shorter connections to the northern cities of Brazil.
Good morning, this is your captain for the flight app. Just to inform you that we have already started our descent to Campinas International, and we are scheduled to land there at 4 a.m. local time. We are a little bit ahead of our time, and weather is quite fair, just a few clouds and temperature around 20 degrees Celsius.
Local time is 4:20 a.m. Just arrived at Campinas International, my first time here, and also my first time in Brazil for over 10 years. Still remember my very first time in Brazil was 2001 when I flew Varick MD-11 and CAM Fokker 100 visiting Iguazu, Rio, Sao Paulo, and a little bit sleepy right now, but I'm looking forward to this adventure this time in Brazil. After landing, I traveled by car to Sao Paulo City from Campinas, which took around 1 hour and 20 minutes.
At the Sao Paulo Congonhas Airport, one of the busiest airports in Brazil. A couple hours ago, just got off the biggest Azul A350, now flying the smallest one, the Cessna Grand Caravan to Rio. How fun this is.
Lá atrás nós temos uma bandeja de snacks, uma térmica com água mineral, fique à vontade para se servir, indo um por vez. Lembrando que a aeronave não tem banheiro. During time flight 1 hour and 13 minutes. Green routes and destination bad, good weather.
Good weather.
Okay. My English is also clear. Vamos lá. Timer start ignition gear the pressure. No full flow, estabilizou.
Leaving the massive Sao Paulo city, it didn't take long for the green rural sceneries to appear, and it gets better by the minute. We flew around the coastline towards Rio at 9,000 feet, cruising around at 145 knots. The sceneries were amazing. The whole flight took about 80 minutes, and the distinctive landscape of Rio appeared at final minutes, and everyone gets excited about the landing.
What a beautiful scenic ride, flying at 9,000 feet all the way into Rio. So all these landscape changing and the ocean and that long stretch of sand. And the most exciting part is turning into landing, see the Atlantic Ocean, the wave, the city, and then we landed. What a great ride. Tell us the name. The name is Aeroporto
Jacarepaguá.
Jacarepaguá. Aeroporto Jacarepaguá. This is an alternative if you want to fly in Rio to fly low with a scenic ride. Take the Azul Cessna Caravan from Sao Paulo Congonhas like I did. The weather was so great in Rio, the whole town's out at the beach. I had a different plan though. I took the cable car heading to the Sugarloaf for some plane spotting. And
And here I am at one of the most spectacular airport setting in the world. There's literally no margin for error. I just love the airplane doing this bang over the city and then land on a very, very short runway. Captain's landing only. What a view from the top of Sugarloaf. Earlier, I was in the middle. The view is pretty awesome. But when you get to the second car, get up to the top, it's even better. Different perspective. Here's my ride out of Santos Dumont Rio, the Embraer, main Brzail, a 1,300 meter runway.
Put the takeoff power with brakes on.
What a surprise, just arrived at the Azul hangar. An A330 on jack right above me.
Is changing the seals from the main landing gear.
This is the cable for internet.
This wire, it controls the recline. So this is the battery cell.
The blades are made of carbon fiber. $150,000.
This looks like an engine cover.
No, it's a reverser.
It's super light actually.
I think the fares are super high in Brazil.
30, 20, retard.